Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading for quarter 4 of 2023. We're going to see what comes up for you over the next 3 months, October through December. You have this journey card and this child card. Of course, some of you could be having a child, but both of these cards together could represent a new journey, or it could represent you going to somewhere you've never been before. The child energy can just represent something new. You also have the sun here, and the sun, there is a child on it, and there's a wall that is behind the child, and that wall behind the child represents the wall that we all put up against our inner child. So, for some of you, and here you go, you have another card of the inner child right here, the Six of Cups. So, it's pretty clear to me that this reading is encouraging you to embrace the new, number one, but also to embrace your inner child. Like whatever, if you need to have more fun, if you need to have more enjoyment, or it's like you need to do more things that you love to do, I feel like that'll be something that probably sets you free. Some of you definitely could be moving as well. Again, you have that journey card, you have the Wheel of Fortune, you have the Chariot here. So, it makes perfect sense to me. This is a nice looking reading here, Aquarius. I have to say, I think that the next 3 months are going to be pretty good for you here. This last row here represents the good stuff, so I wouldn't even worry about that Three of Swords. It could say that you're healing from something, but this row is going to be good no matter what, so wouldn't even worry about it. But it's clear to me that this is saying that you're on a new journey. The other thing is if you're not traveling, this could just represent like a new opportunity. The journey, the adventure could be a new job, could be a new place that you're going to live. It could be, maybe you start going to a different dentist. I don't care what it is, right? It could just represent a new opportunity that's coming in for you. There's something about, and I didn't even see this. You have this card that says travel as much as you can. This will add dimension to your life. So if you can travel, I would do it. If you can't travel, that's okay too. We can travel in our mind. We have the internet. We can, learning something new is traveling. So, I feel that there are adventures that you can have right from the comfort of your own home. Trust me, I'm a Pisces. Every time I travel somewhere, I just want to come home. I just want to be home. I don't want to be anywhere, right? So I get it. I travel from home all the time. I am always learning and doing new things. And I think you can do the same thing. Like I said, right from the comfort of your lazy boy. Who cares? And what I would say is do as much research as you can at this time. It'll change your life. You have the Wheel of Fortune, the Chariot. This is like, these two together is a big life change, a big change in your fortunes. And it looks like your fortunes are changing for the better. But there is one thing you need to pay attention to. And I think that it's pretty obvious that you need to pay attention to the story that you tell about yourself with that the Storyteller card. But we'll get to that. You have the Ten of Wands here. I do feel like you're trying to set yourself free from a lot of things. I'm pretty sure this has come up in the last few readings that I've done for you. It's like you have to, or you are trying to set yourself free from things that have been holding you back for a long time. And, that's what I feel is going on here, is that you are trying to put down some burdens. It's like you have a lot going on, right? And this could be preventing you from expressing your inner child with the Sun card. The Sun is a very good card, kind of makes the whole entire reading more positive. Again, when the Sun comes up, makes the whole reading positive. But I do read intuitively, and I am kind of getting here that things could be easier. He's carrying this banner, and this banner that he's carrying here is meant to look like very heavy, but he's carrying it very easily. So it's saying, it kind of says that either there is something easy that you could be doing with your life, or it kind of says maybe you have some skills that are hard for other people to do but are easy for you. But, again, long story short, I kind of feel that there might be some things that are just hard that you're doing that you don't need to do, and there could be some other things that you're doing that would be more important. And, again, I would try to pay attention to those things. But I do feel there's a lot more happiness in this reading than I've seen for you in a while. So, it definitely looks like a very happy reading. But let's see where this is going. With the Wheel of Fortune, you have two cards. You have this health card and this lust card here. I feel like you have a lust for adventure for sure. I definitely get that kind of, excitement type energy, or, whatever you want to call it, enthusiasm energy. I would watch your health. You're like the second or third person to have this card. I'm pretty sure the last person I read for had it in exactly the same position, in their first position as their first card, right? So definitely would be a good time to stay healthy. Everybody, I think, has had this card. Again, not a doctor. Don't take this as medical advice. But what I would say is I would just stay healthy. Do all the typical stuff you have to do to be healthy. With the Ten of Wands, you have the optimism card. Yeah, things are looking bright. It looks like you're kind of getting to the end here. He's about to reach his home right here on the card, and he's about to put down his harvest. Really, I like the Ten of Wands because, yeah, it's a lot of work, but that's his harvest that he is carrying. So he's about to have a harvest. I feel that you are about to have a harvest here with this energy as well, especially, and I feel it's going to make you very happy with the optimism card. With the Sun, you have the exaltation card. You are being blessed is what this is saying. I feel like you're being blessed with fortunes or something like that. You could be being blessed with a turnaround as well, like, improvements in your life or some changes. But it does look to me like you are being blessed right now. So love it. Definitely a change in your fortunes. It's like brighter days ahead is what I'm feeling. Again, like I said, I feel this is much more happier reading than I've done for you in a while. You have this card that says, by the way, we're looking at your next big change. You have this card that says, do not give up because something did not work out right away. Funny enough as well, a lot of people have been getting cards like this, not exactly the same, but pretty similar. And, I do feel that we are in a time of flexibility. I say it all the time as well. If you're working on something important, like a business or a career, your first idea might not work as well as you want it to, and it just says try something else. You have this travel as much as you can. This will add dimension to your life. And again, this could just be you traveling in your mind, you traveling by learning new things. All that would be a really good idea with these cards, with everything here. You have that Six of Cups. Well, I'll show you here. You go Six of Cups, Chariot to the Temperance card to the Justice card. And so this to me is saying that you need to put your energy into things that bring fulfillment into your life, that bring balance into your life. You have the Six of Cups here. Six of Cups can represent thinking about the past, but really I get more of this childlike energy coming off of this card for you. It's really saying to me that you need to embrace your inner child or, whatever. This could be anything. But children aren't afraid to ask questions. Children are excited by new experiences. Children want to learn, right? So embracing all those energies, I think, will lead to a lot of success and probably celebrations for you here, Aquarius, at this time. So, I think it's a great time, or would be a great time for you to celebrate, to enjoy life, to party, to do things that make you feel good. I also think it would be an amazing, amazing time for you to make sure that you're learning from other people. It's a card of teamwork. So I always say with the Three of Cups, we definitely need to work with other people. It's just a card that says you will just get a lot of benefits from, kind of teaming up with other people. You have the Magician here. I feel that number one, I would be going this way, Wheel of Fortune, Three of Cups to the Nine of Swords, and with the Magician right here, I would be careful if you have dealt with a person who put you in a third party, or I would be careful of getting into some sort of weird third-party situation. Nine of Swords really says, do you need to bang your head against the wall again? And that's kind of like the question that is popping into my head with that Nine of Swords. Really good reading, minus the Nine of Swords, right? That Nine of Swords is the one fly in the ointment here in your reading. And again, I just feel it's saying, do you really need to repeat something again? And I can't answer that question for you. Sometimes we have to, right? So again, no judgment here. I've done it a million times in my life where I just repeat the same mistake, right? With the Six of Cups, you have this intuition card. Definitely time to trust your intuition. I think we are in a very intuitive time, but your intuition might be guiding you towards things that are unconventional, that are unusual, or that kind of challenge traditional belief, which we see right here with the Hierophant card. So, if you have any opportunities to think outside the box because you intuitively feel like you should, then I would embrace those ideas. They could be very successful. With the Three of Cups, you have this practicality card. This is like taking those ideas, bringing them down to earth and making them practical. The Hierophant is a bridge between the heavens and the earth. He communicates with both sides. And kind of like what I'm getting here is that you could be having very unique, innovative Aquarian ideas at this time, especially in work or business. But this could be for other areas of your life as well. And I feel like this card is saying, okay, great, have the idea, but bring it down to earth, which I feel like I say to you all the time. I mean, part of me believes that, it kind of is that is the time that we're in for you. Astrologically, that's probably what you're supposed to be, working on, right? With the Magician, you have this flattery card here. I would be careful of a person who's coming in and trying to flatter you. Like I said, maybe there's a person, maybe they're not a bad person, right? But maybe they just know all the right things to say. So, I would be careful of this, especially if you don't want to repeat a mistake or, if you don't want to repeat something. Maybe some of you do. I don't know why I feel like I need to say that. But again, no judgments here. So you do you. I think, sometimes maybe we just have to, process something a little bit longer or whatever. But again, just be aware that maybe someone is, going to try to come back and try to flatter you, out of your clothes, right? So be careful. Next, what are we doing? Oh yeah, the unexpected. You have this land between card. Someone else had this card as well, and you have the storyteller card. I would be careful of the story you're telling. I feel like you could be attracting the story that you tell very, very quickly, so make sure to tell a positive story, right? You also have this land between card. And the land between card kind of says that you've been in purgatory. It's like maybe you feel like you got off your path, and it's like now you're getting back onto your path. I kind of feel that you're seeing like what you had to learn when you got off your path, if you did, or if you have felt like you have. I don't think we ever truly get off our path, but I think there are moments where maybe we think we did, and I feel like you're seeing, you're kind of like connecting things together now. And you're seeing that maybe you didn't, maybe you just kind of had to take a little bit of a detour, right? And now I feel it's better for you to focus on your story. The words that you say about yourself, the things that you think your plans for your life, right? You might even want to start journaling or scripting at this time. Could be a really good, that could be a really good idea for you with these cards. You have the Queen of Wands, the Chariot, and the Nine of Swords. I really feel you have to embrace this energy right here, and you need to avoid the Nine of Swords. Queen of Wands is bold, assertive. She doesn't care what anyone thinks, and she really, really goes for the things that she wants to accomplish. She has that sunflower in her hand, and that sunflower, as I always say, points towards the sun. So she knows that she needs to move towards her joy, happiness, and everything else. But, one thing about the Queen of Wands is that there might be people in her life who are judging her or who are, telling her what to do. You also have the Hierophant there. The Hierophant can sometimes represent a certain belief system and you needing to think outside of that belief system to become more successful or to, get the things you want in your life. So don't be afraid to break free from your own beliefs, right? You have this Chariot. The Chariot is a victory, of course. The Chariot is about charging forward and taking control of the Chariot, so I definitely feel it's time for you to take control. The other interesting thing is that the Chariot reminds me of the Magician. He even has like the same wand that the Magician does. He has those stars in his canopy, the moon's on his shoulders. He represents as above, so below, just like the Magician. And we go like this, Magician, Chariot to the Hierophant. But kind of what I'm getting here is that you like start to get excited. The Hierophant would kind of represent the city that is behind him on the Chariot card. It would kind of represent the beliefs that he has come from, the place that he has come from as well. So it's like you get very close to escaping and then you kind of get pulled back into something here. So, I don't know, it's just kind of popping into my head like that. Again, I would be careful of repeating a cycle. I really feel you have this reading is kind of saying you have the opportunity to change your fortunes by breaking the cycle. That's what this is. That's what's going on here, is that you have the opportunity to, live a great life by, ending something that is a Nine of Swords in your life, a repeating cycle. It could be a story that you tell about yourself. It could be some sort of cycle that you do repeat. I don't really have any, good examples, but it's like maybe you always start a business and it always fails. It's like this is saying you thinking outside the box will break that story. Maybe you always date people who cheat on you. This is saying you have the opportunity now to break free from this story by telling a new story. And that's really what I'm getting here. With the Queen of Wands, you have this organization card here. Look at this. Practicality, organization. So I think getting organized and coming up with a solid plan. You have the storyteller card, which literally, having a plan is telling a story. So if you could come up, I would like plan out, especially for those of you working towards it, like a specific goal or something specific that you want in your life. This is saying to me that you should have a story, like tell the story that of how you want it to go, right? With the Chariot here, you have the seduction card. I feel, again, I would be careful of someone from the past trying to seduce you, but I do feel you could be attracting new love here, and it could lead to marriage in the future. Again, this row is going to represent the good stuff, so, there could be a very solid connection coming in for you. I don't really see a person, though, showing up in this reading, so, we'll have to see, but, let's see. With the Nine of Swords, what do you know? You have this risk card here. I would be careful of any risky behavior. or doing anything risky at this time. Just that simple, right? So there you go. Next, in the area of the good stuff, this is going to be good no matter what. You have this great water card. It says yearning, dreams, wishes, goals, abroad, literally. So like travel, foreign people, spirituality, broadening horizons. The whole entire reading is about broadening your horizons through going on an adventure as well. That is very clear. And like I said, you don't even have to leave home to do this. It says new views on it as well, which is kind of like gaining a new perspective. I feel that with the Hierophant, that this reading really is encouraging you to look for other ways of doing things or to see things from a new perspective. You have this timing card. It says timing is important, not too late, divine timing. I kind of feel like things are happening as they should for you. So, I definitely really like where this reading is going. You have the Hierophant, the Three of Swords, the Temperance card, and the Justice card. The Hierophant, of course, can represent traditional beliefs. I do feel that some of you could be attracting someone that you will marry maybe in the future. It could be a fire sign. Could be any sign. I mean, general reading. I don't really see a person here yet. As I always say, I don't think tarot can control when love shows up for you. I mean, you can go to the store. I always say you can go to the store right now and ask every person out. Someone will say yes, I guarantee it. So you can have love whenever you want, but you just have to go and get it. And so just because someone doesn't show up here doesn't mean that it won't happen. But I do feel that some of you could be thinking about commitment like in the future, something like that. It could also be saying that you're not like super focused on it, but if it happens, it happens. It could also be because some of you are healing from a heartbreak. You have the Three of Swords here. Those Three Swords are in your own heart. So the Three of Swords kind of represents needing to forgive yourself so that you can heal and move on from a situation. And so, we can forgive a person with the Three of Swords, but we don't like have to directly forgive them. We can just forgive a person in our own heart and then move on that way. So I think some of you could be doing that. You have the Temperance card and the Justice card. Believe it or not, they're very, very similar. Justice, if I can talk today, is about cause and effect. The Temperance card is kind of like a card of alchemy, turning one thing into another. So the Justice card says, if you put energy into something, do you get energy back? Love, business, money, spirituality, doesn't matter. And the Temperance card says, can you turn something around? So again, I feel like some of you have the opportunity to almost time travel here, where I don't think you're going back to the past, but I kind of feel that some of you, this is almost like a second chance reading, where it's saying, with the Wheel of Fortune to the timing card, it's almost saying to me that you could be getting a second chance to have something that you feel like you lost, but it's like this time, it's like, can you see it from a new perspective, or can you see the things that maybe you didn't do the first time or that you missed out on the first time, and doing that will make whatever your second chance is more successful. So let's see, where the heck is this going, Aquarius? Let's see. With the Hierophant, you have this Romance card. Yeah, like I said, it could be second chance in love. I don't really feel it's a person coming back, though. I feel it could be a new person that you will love, and it's like saying, can you create a balanced situation here, right? With the Three of Swords, you have this Revenge card. Again, this is showing up in the area of the good stuff. So again, I feel like some of you could be just forgiving a past situation, and that's it. You're just kind of like letting it go. And with the Temperance card and the Justice card, you have this Charity card. There's this card. There's also a Generosity card in this deck. And like every single person has had either one of these cards, Charity or Generosity. So it seems to me like the universe is really blessing us over the next 3 months. I'm not saying things are going to be like perfect in the world, but it seems to me like the universe is really trying to point people towards their blessings. And again, this could be with your inner child. Like you're going to have to let go of some old outdated beliefs. You're going to have to be more childlike. But if you do that, it's like the blessings are there. So, I definitely like this. We're going to pull 5 main themes, and we're going to see what is coming up for you. You have this Flag card. It says, don't be tempted to lower your standards. Yeah, there is something in the astrology as well where I think we could be working towards something, and then we get an opportunity to like settle at a lower level. And I feel like this is saying, no, like, that you're destined for greatness. And, I feel you need to go for the go for great, not for, half-assed something, right? You have this Shark. It says, take care or there will be loss of material wealth. I think everybody should keep an eye on their finances. Again, don't overspend. Don't buy things you don't need, all that other good stuff. You have this Cracked Cup card. It says, dissatisfaction with life. This is probably what's motivating you right now. I don't always think like being dissatisfied is a bad thing, right? It's like I think sometimes that the most successful people, they become very successful because they were dissatisfied, because something didn't work out for them. And so I kind of feel that you could be being motivated by dissatisfaction. And, again, as long as you're using the energy productively, I think it's fine. You have this flowers card. What do you know? It says happiness. Again, definitely literally the most happy reading I've seen for you in a while, Aquarius. I'm not saying you've been like miserable. Maybe some of you have, but I think over the next 3 months, you're going to be very happy, even going into the new year and beyond. Looks like there's just a lot more happiness for you, joy, a lot more reasons to be happy as well, a lot more of this childlike energy showing up here. You have this August card, and you have this wishbone. It says a wish will be granted. So, this is another thing I've noticed in these readings is a lot of these wish cards have been coming out for people. So, be careful what you wish for, but make a wish. I would wish for something that you want and desire in your life, because it looks like you're going to get it. And then you have this pale card. It says time to get out of a situation. I think this is something that you're releasing, the 10 of, or whatever this is, 3 of swords here. It's like you're releasing, and also the 10 of wands, something that takes up too much energy or wastes your time. And it could also be the 9 of swords as well that you're releasing. But this is a really good reading. Definitely one of the better readings I've done for you in a while. I think just emotionally as well, just happiness level wise, much better. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your quarter.